from their loved ones because they have different points of view about this, you know. And I really just see the world at the moment as it is more mixed up. This is why I have to take a step back out of it, because none of it is logical. And this is a world that we have been forced or conditioned or forged in order to try and fit into it. When we don't fit, we're square pegs. We will never fit in that round hole, okay? We are the dreamers. We are the empaths. We are the weirdos. And that is the way that we are meant to be. I'm just looking, I sent a thing to my friend yesterday. I just want to, because I've spoken to so many people at the moment who they're all feeling the same. And it's there. It's here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. They have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones that do. And this is, I feel that is so Aries. You know, this is it. It's go out, be who you want to be, say what you want to say. You know, obviously, you know, you don't want to go out and be reckless and ruthless and hurt people, but it's speak up. You know, allow your voice. I was with people yesterday who had very different views to me. And we were able to have a really good debate, because I didn't say to them, you're wrong. I asked them, okay, why do you think that? You know, could you tell me why with that? You know, how do you identify? How do you see it? I was asking them. So I didn't get annoyed. Maybe they learned something. Maybe they didn't, you know, but I kind of, you know, twisted their narrative on their head a little bit, and mine was twisted as well. So I had to stand and say, right, okay, this is who I am, and these are my beliefs, when I was the only one in the room that was doing that. But I'd done it with ease, because I know that that is my truth. It might be different to other people's truth, but it is my truth. And that is something I've thought about, I've researched to come to that conclusion. So it is beautiful when you do that. You know, it's really beautiful when you can say, yeah, there's people opposing me, but I don't really care, because I know I'm rooted in who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm rooted in my own truth. So this is very the Aries energy, I feel, that's coming in, you know. And like I say, remember, when we are conversing with people or something like that, okay, it's like, yeah, we're not responsible for anyone's happiness. Yeah, but we're also not responsible for people's unhappiness as well. We've got to be careful that when we're talking, we're not going in aggressively, okay? Because Aries fire can burn or it can warm, okay? So if we go in with the I'm right attitude, then we're wanting to win. We're wanting to belittle that person in some way. And it's not about that. It's trying to educate and just being like, yeah, you see the sky is green, I see it's blue. You know, thanks for your opinion on that. You know, we don't have to be nasty. And this is where Aries can sometimes trip us up. And this is where we, I think, need to try and find the balance. Are we being assertive or are we being aggressive? Okay, this is the question that Aries asks us at all times. So yes, speak your mind. Yes, speak up, but make sure it's coming from a place of assertiveness and not aggression, okay? Because if you are wanting to win that argument, that will be coming out as aggression, because that is coming from your ego, not your soul. Your soul knows, your ego wants to be known as knowing, okay? So there's a big difference. So really look at that this week. So, right, does anybody have any questions with that? Because I'm going to go straight on to the readings for everybody here. If any of that makes sense. Right. I think Prince Philip's death drained us empaths. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of shouldn't really get into this. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's been an institution, hasn't it? You know, and there's a lot of people sad and stuff like that. But, you know, I find it very bizarre that all of these people are grieving this person you know, who has been in the public eye. And yes, I feel for the family. I felt that straight away. But, you know, there are still people on this island whose lives are in danger, and it is okay that they're not being saved. You know, the children living in poverty throughout the world, you know, the children dying every day, the homeless people dying every day and things like that. You know, that is, I feel death in any way, shape or form drains us empaths, not because it's just a public figure who has had quite a privileged life as well. You know, he's had the privilege of having that privileged life. There are people that are born into poverty and stay in poverty until they die. So as an empath myself, that is what I feel on a daily basis as well. And that is what actually drains me when I see people being that ugly to each other, yet they can outpour all of this love to somebody that they don't know, yet they can be venomous to their neighbor. You know, that is really, and I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying this is how I feel. So yes, I am very, very sad for the family. You know, somebody at 99 years old and dying, they've had a good innings. You know, they've had their life, and like I say, it was privileged. And you know, I feel for the family because they have lost a loved one as well, which all of us have, and all of us know that is never easy. Okay, so there is love to the situation, but it's just, I don't know, I'm probably not using this word, this sycophantic thing when somebody famous dies, not just him, just anybody, you know, and everybody comes out and all this pouring of affection, yet these are the same people who are, you know, telling people that don't want a vaccine that, well, I hope you die. You know, it's kind of, that is what I can't understand about the human race. So I hope that makes sense. And that was not meant to offend anybody. It's just, that's my personal opinion with it. So does anybody have any questions before I start these readings? Because I want to get straight through. Peaceful life is what I intend to have and keep. Yeah, that's it, you know, and it's very important. Yeah, I agree, and I feel for all beings, people, animals, and plants. Yeah, I seen somebody write something today which I thought was quite interesting, and they said, there was a footballer at the weekend. A footballer broke his leg, and the manager of the team came over and shot him in the head because they didn't want to pay for his treatment. And then they said, oh no, sorry, it wasn't a footballer, it was a horse during the Grand National, but it's the same type of sport. And that really made me think, you know, that, yeah, these footballers get all of this money and all of this love, but we still see the Grand National as a sport which kills many animals over the years. You know, it's done it. So I think when we have to look at empathy and call ourselves empaths, we have to see that, you know, it isn't just in one place. You know, it's when you feel the weight of the world and every living thing, you feel the pain of that. Jeff Buckley said it. It's like, you know, it's like a flea can land on a dog and you feel a sonic boom. So yeah, it's I think this is where we need to go. And you know, and I'm not saying anybody on here, please, I'm not disrespecting, and I'm not saying that, but I feel within the world at the moment, there are so many words being thrown about. I mean, so many people, you know, talking about narcissists, saying that they're empaths, saying blah blah blah. Yet it's some of the people that have told that to me that I've seen, I could never see an empath actually treating some people in the way that they treat people as well, you know. So it's, yeah, people might wear the badge, but it's, you know, do they actually kind of live it? do they really feel it, you know, or do they just think they feel it? So yeah, this is what we've got to be discerning about with everything, you know, because real is very rare. And I think all of us, you know, need to get that, you know, real is where it's at now. The bullshit is gone, as I said in the beginning, and this is what our Aries wants us to do. You know, it wants us to cut through all of that bullshit, because otherwise we're just like that ram banging our head against a brick wall, and that is not progressive in any way to humanity or to ourselves. Yeah, you've just turned my world upside down to try and be true to me. For once, it feels great. Amazing. Well done, Cindy. You know, you will never regret it. That's it. You will never regret it. I kind of promise it will be easy, but I feel you will be able to see life as easier when you are standing in your own truth, because all of the effort and energy that we put in to be pretending that we're somebody we're not, you know, we conserve all of that energy, and we can actually put it into the right things rather than just trying to appease other people, you know. So yeah, and this neutral space is interesting as well, because you remember we have the Gemini North Node within the world, and this is what it's asking us to do, you know, filter with our 2 eyes and our 2 ears, and then, you know, speak with our one mouth, you know, take in all sides and then come from a place of neutrality, you know. And the world's just gone mad at the moment, absolutely mad. So that's why I'm going to live on a desert island, and I'm going to, hopefully I find a football and call it Winston. Yeah, boundaries are a way of not just loving yourself, it's loving other people as well, because it teaches them. I'm gonna tell this as well. It's been such a bizarre week. So I was sitting having a coffee the other day, and just down by the beach, and this guy came over and asked if he could pinch a lighter, and I said, yeah, no problem. And then he said, oh, can I sit and talk to you for a bit? And I said, yeah, no problem. You know, I'm friendly. I like people. And then he's talking and all of this, and it's like, yeah, okay, you know, cool. You know, obviously wealthy guy, you know, all the stuff like that. And then he's like, oh, I like you. I understand you. And I'm like, no, you don't. And he's like, no, I do. And I'm like, no, you don't. And I just thought it was funny. And then about 10 minutes after I left, he sent me a message saying, like, you know, I really enjoyed your company, blah, blah, blah. You make me feel like this, whatever. And I was like, yeah, right, okay. I was busy. I was on the phone. And then I got another message, and then another message, and another one. And I said, look, for the last 2 hours since, you know, I've left, I've actually been on the phone. I've been working. All right, okay, can we go out for a drink? Can we? And I said, look, I've got to be transparent. You know, if we go out, it is a purely platonic thing. You know, that's how it is. I'm not going to play games or anything. I say it like it is. Yeah, that's great. And then come back with another one. Yeah, but you can't help me. You can't blame me for liking you. You can't this, you can't that. These messages went on all night. Okay, I stopped responding after about 4. They went on all night. Just message. I really like you. I want this. And I'm thinking, whoa, hold on a second. This is not my vibe. This person is not respecting my energy or my boundaries in any way. Then they kept messaging going, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you. It's just that I really like you. I'm sorry if I'm bothering you. It's just this. And I'm like, you're not sorry. You're not sorry at all, you know, because you're saying that, but you aren't. The following morning, 7:10, I woke up about 6 o'clock, you know, checked my messages on my WhatsApp, replied to who I needed to. And 7 o'clock, he sends another one. I see you've been up early. I'm like, this is absolutely insane. My friend picked me up. We went shopping. The messages continue to bombard, right? To the point where I actually got annoyed. And I was probably harsher than I would normally be. But this was like, it's, hold on, there is no respect whatsoever here. I mean, if somebody doesn't respond to you, do you send another 20 messages? You know, it's like, it's insane. So in the end, I just messaged and I said, look, I work with energy, and there isn't anything about this energetic connection that is doing anything for me in any way, shape or form. That's it. You know, it stopped. You know, you could have learned something, you know, we could have had a coffee or something, but really to push like that. So this is the thing with boundaries. It's kind of like, you know, please, you know, respect your own boundaries and make sure that your energy is respecting other people's boundaries as well. You know, like it's please ask permission. You know, I was talking to somebody today who said that they'd been read for. Somebody just came up to them at a party or whatever and said, all right, okay, I'm psychic, I'm blah, blah, blah. Started telling them about their life. That is not cool. That's intrusive. You know, you ask permission. Is it okay if I do this? You know, is it okay if I call you? You know, is it okay if I give you a message that's coming through from spirit? You know, is it okay if I vent to you? You know, I usually phone my friends and I'm like, if something's going on, I'm like, look, have you got time and space for me? Because I really need to offload. Now, like either yeah or no. you know, and that's it. You ask permission. So energy isn't just about feeling cool and meditating and everything. It's the energy that we work with on a daily basis with other people as well. And it's respecting ours, having our energetic boundaries, and making sure that we respect other people's energetic boundaries as well. You know, so many people, like, I'm really, really pleased because every single one of my loved ones, even my father, he said, I think I'm stupid, but they've given me the backing when I've said that I'm going to Brazil. And, you know, and I like that because I'm going to do it anyway, you know, but it's better with their blessing. But the amount of people that I don't know who are possibly acquaintances, possibly not even that, who feel that they have, it's their job to tell me that, I mean, this guy that I'm seeing the text even said, there's so many cases you're not going to Brazil. It's like, hold on a second, what? You know? So yeah, these people know you're not going there. You're not going there. You can't go there. It's dangerous. You're not going. You need to. And I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. If I ask for your advice, then there is an opening for you to give it. I do not comment on your life in any way. Yes, I do these videos, but this is my work. You know, when you click onto here to watch me, that is you giving me permission to read, you know, and I appreciate that. But the amount of people that just on a daily basis think it's okay to tell you how to live your life, when you look at their life and think, would I actually want to be living yours? You know? And again, this is very Aries energy. You know, Aries can be pushy, or Aries can block. It can say no. So if somebody's pushing towards you, they could be using Aries energy with that. If you go, no, hold on, you stop there. That is also using that Aries energy, but in a much better way. You know, so yeah, so there's a lot to think about with this. It's been the most bizarre week. I can tell you, like, really, really bizarre. But the second I decided I was going, Spirit just went, like, that's my girl. That's it. She's on the same vibe as us again, you know? So yeah, I hope what I've said today has actually given a little bit education or a little bit food for thought, you know, about energy, about how we do allow people to just say whatever, you know. It's I think so many boundaries have been crossed this week, and I'm thinking, how very bizarre. Right, okay, so if nobody has anything to say around that or any questions, does anybody have any questions? And then I'm going to go into the readings.